Welcome to Paranormal Central, broadcasting live from Central California with your hosts Jeffrey Gonzalez and Alan Thomas. Broadcasting video worldwide at ParanormalCentral.net and broadcasting audio on the Dark Matter Network at ArtBell.com. Are you ready to witness something that you cannot explain?
I'm looking for you. You're looking for me. We have to decide what it will be. Can it be true? Can I believe the unexplained? Look into the sky. You realize you're not alone. Open your eyes. You can find the trails that Kodachrome.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Paranormal Central, broadcasting live from the bottom left-hand corner of the Nevada Triangle in Fresno, California, Central San Joaquin Valley. The reason why I call it Paranormal Central. My name is Jeffrey Gonzalez. I am your host. I'm also the founder of a group called the Sanger Paranormal Society. Have been in existence for over 10 years. I'm just not a talk show host per se. I'm also an investigator. Been doing that for a long time, and been just getting all kinds of great evidence that I needed to show the world. So I decided to start this little program in a corner closet someplace about 7 years ago, and this is where we're at today. We never imagined in a million years that we would be where we're at today, and here we are. So usually I have my co-host Alan Thomas, but he's home with the flu, and I know he is listening on his computer at home and probably is on chat. In place of him right now, you've heard us talk about this guy a lot, and now here he is, Mr. Robert Scott. He's our team member. This guy is the crazy guy of the bunch. When we don't want to go in the woods because it's too spooky, we send him. Speak actually. There you go. There you go, just like that. All right, so, man, for all those who are listening for the first time, I know we have a lot of people listening tonight because we have gone viral, and it is crazy that we didn't mean to. We just do what we do here because we enjoy it, and people are taking notice. It's as simple as that. And we're going to talk about that definitely with Danny Valderrama. And for all those who actually watched our show last week, you guys all realize that we're going to be playing a video here, and it is of a video. Well, it is of a video that David Ragosa got a long time ago. But first, before I go any further, for those who are watching us on live stream right now, obviously you are watching us, and I'm going to be showing some photographs and some videos tonight of some cool stuff. Now, the pictures, you can also go see them at the artbell.com website, and we are being broadcasted worldwide on the Dark Matter Network. And tonight, we're not going to have any photos from Danny because we're going to be talking about one particular photo that we talked about on March the 8th, so you guys all know about it. I'm going to go ahead and put it up here anyways. But when we talk to Heidi, we're going to have her pictures up here, and you can go to the artbell.com website, and they are on the homepage there at the Heidi Hollis for Paranormal Central. Last week, I announced that we will be showing a video today that has never been seen anywhere. This video pretty much shows what we think is a Bigfoot. 9 seconds of it trying to take the camera off the tree. And there are bits and pieces of it that we're going to be able to slow down and pause and show you that this is not a bear, this is not a deer, not a cow, not a goat, not a pig, not a raccoon, I mean, I can go forever, right? And and I'm glad Robert's here because Robert, I met Robert how many years ago, dude?
It's been a while now.
You got to talk close.
It's been a while now.
Yeah. 3, 4 years maybe? What do you think?
Yeah.
And you know what?
4 years.
You're not talking. You got that's the back side of the mic. Turn the mic around. So,
Like that.
yeah, like that.
Temp.
There you go. And
right.
I don't know, 4 years ago. Now, Robert is the type of guy who likes to go hiking everywhere.
Definitely.
And he's also an avid hunter, right? And
Yes.
you go bowing, right?
Yeah, bow hunting.
But bow hunting. And when you came to us, you didn't, I mean, to this day, you still don't believe in pretty much all the stuff we talk about.
Right.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't believe in little aliens, you know, you don't believe in UFOs and Bigfoot.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of all. That's why I'm so interested.
Right.
I mean, I just want to go out there and I want to find it with my own eyes. I want to see it with my own eyes.
Right. And we have been finding stuff at David Rigosa's spot.
Definitely.
And you were there when we got the roars, which totally blew you away.
It blew me away.
All right.
I would have never expected it.
Right.
These guys were like, man, you know how lucky you are to be on one of your first Bigfoot adventures and to hear something like that. And it was one of my first adventures with them, but I mean,
right.
it was so awesome.
It was so awesome. I mean, you could feel the base of that Bigfoot in our stomach, dude. It was incredible. And I wish I could somehow get that feeling, get that sound, and reproduce it for all you to hear. Maybe one of these days we can, because we have it recorded. And if I can get it through the right sound equipment and beef up the bass so it sounds exactly like how and I think we can do that. Give me a couple of months to do that, because right now there's so much going on. So anyways, I mean, God, we have so much. Okay, this is what we're gonna do tonight, you guys. We're gonna call Danny. Danny's gonna get on the phone, and we're gonna talk about what's happening right now on the internet that's going viral. All right, this is about the Durango Herald article that was written about us, and then I have, yeah, we'll talk about. Oh shoot. After Danny, then we're going to show that video. So what I'm going to do, for all those who had Art Bell, you're going to have to watch this video here, because I'm going to erase it after we show it tonight, because I am going to use this video for a TV episode for our new show that we have on the Fox here in California. And then at 6 o'clock today, or 6 o'clock, we're going to have Kathy Strain on, and we're going to talk about, well, what else? Bigfoot. And what our intentions are in the future, all right? So, I mean, there's so much that's going on right now. I am going to call Danny, and we're going to get Danny on the phone right now, because we need to move on this. And then we're going to show you that video, and we're hopefully going to basically blow everybody out of the stinking water. That's what my intention is, big time.
It's pretty trippy.
I mean, I sent Robert the video. 3 days ago?
3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And basically, you've been looking at that thing nonstop.
I've just been trying to pick it apart.
And you have been picking it apart.
Big time.
And you basically came to a conclusion, and we're not going to talk about it right now. Let's go ahead and get Danny on the phone. Danny.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going, Danny?
What's up?
Okay.
All right. You alive?
Yep, I'm alive.
Mr. Vegas dude?
I can't even go on vacation without you guys getting in trouble.
Well, wait a minute. Time out here. It was you who initiated this whole thing.
But I didn't give no interview.
So right now, if you guys are watching this right now on the screen, what do I have here? It's a pot. We're gonna stir the pot up, baby, right now. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stir it up.
No doubt.
And here we go. Okay, what the heck is going on? All right, let's start off. March the 8th, Danny came to us with a photograph, and I'm gonna put that photograph up right now, because you basically tell us about this photograph, Danny.
What's up, Robert?
How's it going, Danny?
March 8th, we talked about the Silverton, Colorado Bigfoot picture that I got from the Crypto Mundo page from Craig Woolheater. and it was 3 pictures, and it was taken in 1989. And the newspapers are saying that it happened in 2003, and some said 2008, but it was 1989. I did confirm that, and that's the date we did go with. And it was taken along the banks of the narrow gauge railroad between Silverton and Durango in southern Colorado. And somebody on the east side of the river took a picture of what looks like a Bigfoot running along the river next to the train, and you can see the people on the train looking at it.
Right.
So it's supposed to be hanging in a Bigfoot museum in Silverton,
right,
on Blair Street.
Okay, so when we talked about this on March 8th, we finished the show and we go to the following week and we do another show, and this pretty much episode is gone into the archives. Richard Porter, a fan of us on Facebook, sent me a link to the Durango Herald, and they did a write-up on us discussing this particular painting. And it was cool. We they basically said what we thought, our viewpoints on this particular photo. And then Friday, I got a call from the Durango Herald, and they wanted a follow-up on the Bigfoot thing. And I said, okay, go for it. So I basically gave them my feelings on this particular Bigfoot. This particular painting, I mean. We tried to debunk it. Alan and Danny and myself, we tried to debunk it, and it just everything is there for it to be a Bigfoot, right, Danny?
This looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good, right?
There was some breakdowns done on different people who were doing different breakdowns, and one estimated the height at 9 feet. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looked pretty good. It has everything, but you can also duplicate that if you're running.
Sure, you can duplicate that if you're running. We zoomed in on it and we took it apart. A lot of people were saying it was a guy with a skateboard running on the side of the riverbank there, and we're going, okay, well, this is the freaking mountains and the snow. Why would it be a guy with a skateboard, right, with a hoodie? Matter of fact, this guy, Para Breakdown, he did a video of 1 minute and 19 seconds debunking the whole thing, and he said, those guys think it's a Bigfoot. It's the guy in a hoodie with a skateboard. And I'm going, really, dude? I mean, he didn't even bother going back and reading the actual first article that the Durango Herald did by interviewing all the witnesses on the train and the whole 9 yards, and why it's up on, in the museum. There's this painting is there, and it says Bigfoot, and Silverton is right now, everybody knows about this particular painting. So nobody actually came out and said, who lives probably in Silverton, that this was a freaking kid in a hoodie with a skateboard. That just
it was a Durango Telegraph in 2003 that put out the article, and it even has witnesses' names in it. It says V. McCoy and her husband of Durango, Colorado, who were on the train, saw a loping ape-like creature whose unmistakable profile and overwhelming stench could only be Sasquatch, and running alongside the train. And she said that it was about 100 yards away, had a black coat. And she thought it was somebody in a costume until she saw a documentary about Bigfoot not too long after, and it was the same exact thing that she had seen. And her story is backed up by Christy Nelson Cohen, who said that it was slightly before Mineral Creek, around 2 p.m., when they saw this thing running alongside the train.
Right. Right now, what I have is a zoomed-in picture of the thing running, and I'm looking at the profile. It's definitely dark black. Even the face is dark black. Okay, and a lot of people were saying it was carrying a snowboard or a skateboard. Well, if you look at the very front, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, what you see in the front is rocks on the floor. You know what I'm saying? That's what you see. It's not rounded on the front or anything like that. So it's definitely carrying something, we think, but it also could be the back hand on the left hand swaying. It could also be that as well. Now, what convinced us that this might be the real thing is the leg, the back left leg, the way it's lifting its back leg. usually all of the real Bigfoot photos have the creature with his leg lifted like that. That's the way they walk. Patty had the same stride. You know, the picture that was taken at Avocado Lake had the same stride, and then this one has the same stride. So, you know, there are pieces and bits that we can say, you know what, we think this is not a kid in a hoodie. Because a kid in a hoodie would not know how to walk or run with his hind leg lifting like that, for one thing. But then the witnesses on the train, it adds more credibility to all this. So when they called me on Friday to do the interview, I gave them my 2 cents on what I believe and who I was and what I feel about Bigfoot. And I said, well, do I need? Are you kidding me? It froze up. Bigfoot. I'm saying, you know, and I told her the thing running along the train, I cannot tell you if that's a definitive yes on the Bigfoot. I don't know. And I told her the only way we're ever going to know if Bigfoot exists is we need a body. And somebody has to shoot one. Simple as that. And I told her, you know, if one of these days, if we get the chance, we're going to take one down. Because scientists need a body. You can have all the DNA you want. You can have all the hair samples you want. And people are still not going to be convinced. They're going to say, oh, it got contaminated. There's, you know, you don't know what you're doing. The person who did the blood test has no credentials. Somebody is always going to come up with a theory to debunk that situation. So I told her we need a body, and if that one comes around and we get the opportunity, we're going to shoot one. And we're going to kill one. I told her that. And there was silence on the phone. Right? So I'm going, okay. And then I continued on, and I said, okay. And then she goes, so you guys are going to come to Silverton? I'm going, no, there's no reason to go to Silverton. We have Bigfoot here in the Sierras. There's no reason for us to go to Silverton.
Right here on the valley floor. Okay?
They're right here on the valley floor of California. So there's no reason for us to go to Silverton. And so she took all that, and she did an article at the Durango Herald. And now she went and interviewed all of the I don't want to say all of the, but people in the judicial system, district attorney, and the sheriff's department. And she basically told those guys that, oh, the Paranormal Central is thinking about coming to Silverton to bag a Bigfoot. And then all of a sudden they said, oh, now we're talking the judicial system, district attorney, and sheriff. And they said, well, if they come and shoot a Bigfoot, then we can get them for murder and arrest them. And then I'm going, whoa, time out here. They were not denying that Bigfoot did not exist. Not one sentence in that article stated that why are we even having this conversation? Bigfoots do not exist. You know, those guys at Paranormal Centrals are jokers. You know, why are we even talking? You know, Bigfoots don't exist. But that's not what we heard coming out of the mouth. And all those who want to go to the Durango Herald, the recent article that says, so what's the big deal? All right, read that, and you'll understand that all these people who are law enforcement, part of the government, are saying that even if they come down here, we'll get them for conspiracy to shoot a Bigfoot. And I'm going, whoa, what are you talking about? Conspiracy to shoot a Bigfoot? Bigfoots don't exist. Not according to these guys who are the government involved, you know, judge, sheriff, and district attorney. They are all saying that even if we conspire to come down to try to find one and shoot one, that they will arrest us. I'm going, how can you arrest somebody for a creature that doesn't exist? So they are not saying that, you guys. So go look at the freaking article at the Durango Herald. They are basically saying that Bigfoots exist. Simple as that, you guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They are saying if you come down here to conspire to shoot a Bigfoot, we will arrest you. I'm all, did I just read that right? Even everybody was commenting, how can they arrest you for trying to kill a Bigfoot if Bigfoots don't exist?
Weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that, my friends, is a given. I mean, I don't know where else you can go to get a government official, to get three of them, sheriff, the district attorney, And a retired judicial judge states that if Paranormal Central comes into our town looking to kill a Bigfoot, we will arrest them. So if I said to the district attorney, we are going to come to Silverton to try to hunt down the fairy godmother, will you arrest us?
Yep.
He's going to have to, because apparently fairy godmothers don't exist. All right? So, I could also say a gnome. I could also say a dragon. I'm going to come down to Silverton to hunt the dragons. Then they are going, as soon as they walk into the state or the state line, they are going to arrest me. That's what they're saying, guys. Okay, so that proves without a doubt that these guys know that the Bigfoots exist. They don't want us to come in and to kill one. But I never said that we were going to go to Silverton to kill a Bigfoot. In that article, it doesn't even say that. They just came up, and I'm thinking the reporter actually tried to entice them to say, oh, these guys are going to come to Silverton. What would you guys do? Well, we'll arrest them if they're going to come and try to kill a Bigfoot. Bigfoots don't exist. How are you going to arrest me? So that's where we're at right now. And the last article actually went freaking viral.
Well, if you killed one, then it exists then.
Then if you kill one, then it exists. And then once they test it test the DNA, and let's say it comes back 90% human, then they can get you for murder.
That's crazy.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay? That just absolutely doesn't make any sense. Because they were even discussing this in the article. Well, if they were to kill one, then we would have to gather up and then find out how we're going to prosecute. Yeah. That's how they're wording this in their comments, and it just doesn't make any sense. So they don't want us to find one and kill one, but if we do kill one, then they're going to find out how they can prosecute us. Like if they don't want us to go in there and to kill one, that's what they're basically telling us. So road trip.
Definitely.
I don't understand this. I mean, I want everybody in the world, around the world, who are watching us right now and listening to us at Dark Matter Network, go to the Durango Herald and read the last article. What difference does it? Is that right? What difference does it make, or Danny?
I don't remember what it says.
Okay,
it doesn't say that though.
No, it says oh crap! But it's the last article that just got written. It came out yesterday.
What does it matter?
What does it matter, or something like that? Okay, go read it. You guys are going to be blown away. All right, they are pretty much telling us that Bigfoots exist, and if we come over there to try to kill one, they will arrest us. And if
you may have done one thing though, I mean, getting the government to admit it exists could save its life. They could put it on the endangered species list, and then we'd finally know that it's real.
Well, just
okay.
like me and Jeff were talking about earlier, that one state has a law.
And well, Washington does. I think they have a law.
Washington.
Tilt it top. You have to top and top. There you go. Yeah, they have right that right, Danny?
Yep.
Yeah, Washington has a law that you cannot kill a Bigfoot. What will happen
Some county.
Some county do?
Some county. Yeah.
So no,
charged with murder.
Okay, you'll be charged for murder in Washington and some counties. I don't understand why that hasn't gone viral and why hasn't the media picked that up. I don't understand. That doesn't. I mean, that's like huge news, right? And now we got the judicial district attorney and underwriter sheriffs in the Silverton area are stating that if we go down there to conspire to kill a Bigfoot, they will arrest us. All right, so that's telling me that there is a Bigfoot. So, like I said, you guys go to the Durango Herald and read it for yourself. If you guys haven't crashed the site yet, they're probably enjoying the crap out of this because, I mean, this particular article is all over Facebook right now. All the Bigfoot people are talking about it. Some people are disgusted with what our plans are. And I'm going to give one example, and that's Melba Ketchum, a scientist in her own right. She is disgusted with our plans to bring down a Bigfoot. She thinks we don't need to kill a Bigfoot in order to prove its existence. Well, she's been doing this DNA thing for a long time. She actually had it, appeared for review and the whole night, and people are still not taking her seriously. And they will never take her seriously because they're saying that things that happen wherever she got it, tested or whatever, contaminated or not the right people, the credentials or whatever, they're not going to take you seriously, okay, unless we have a body. All right, or people think, well, then why can't you get the best photograph or the best video? That's just it. There's no way we can, not unless one comes out of the frickin' woods and you're in a campsite, and one comes out of the frickin' woods and goes, hey, I'm going to allow you to take my picture. I'm going to stand right here 10 feet in front of me, snap a couple of shots, take it to the people in your city and show them we exist. Let's say that happens. The guy is going to go to the newspaper and say, look, I got a picture of a Bigfoot. They're going to say, that's a guy in a suit. That's not real.
Yep.
That's a guy.
Photoshop.
That's Photoshop. That's a guy in a suit. Why are you wasting my time? Get out of here. But this is no, it's not. It's a guy in a suit. That's what's going to happen.
Always does.
It always happens. Either it's too blurry, or it's too grainy. It's too far. It's too close. You'll never get a confirmation from a video or a picture. And they're trying right now with hair and blood, and it's still not working. So what's left, guys?
Either capturing one or killing one.
There you go. Capture one or kill one. Good luck on capturing one, because I don't want to be there when you, I don't know what kind of a gizmo gadgets. We might have to go call those mountain monster guys and set up a booby trap for Bigfoot.
Aren't those guys being arrested?
Now, okay, let's continue on here. Isn't there a show on the Destination America channel called Hunting for Bigfoot?
Killing Bigfoot.
Killing Bigfoot. Right?
And they're not
now,
getting
why
their
are
shot?
they not arrested right now?
Yeah.
And you know what we ought to do is I should freaking call them and have them go to Silverton and see what happens. Mountain monsters? Not mountain monsters. The killing. What's the name of the show?
Killing Bigfoot.
Killing Bigfoot. There's an actual show on TV called Killing Bigfoot. You guys, Destination America, are you guys listening to me? Get your butts over to Silverton, Colorado right now. Walk into the state line and tell them what you're there to do. Oh my God, that would be great TV for you guys. You would guys get 10 million people watching that particular episode for them to arrest you guys in there to go and kill a Bigfoot. All right? I mean, there it is, right there. You want your ratings to go up? Silverton, send over that reality show. Easy.
Did you read what the editor at the Silverton Standard said, Mark Esper?
No. Well, I
He says
probably
that
did.
a lot of people, it's in their article, it says that a lot of people at Silverton might be related to Bigfoot, and we haven't done the genetic testing yet. That's why he doesn't want you to shoot it.
Now, come on, let's think about that. Obviously, at the very end, that particular was making a joke, making it funny. And then I believe the second article stated that the retired judge said, "Oh, but it was his friend who was wearing a monkey suit. That's the reason it was all a hoax." But to this day, it hasn't been proven as a hoax. It hasn't.
Deb Branch, there's a name in there too, says that the Bigfoot is a local, and his name is Johnny, and he works at a bar in Silverton called Handlebars, and that goes along with the DA.
Okay.
And he runs along the train during the tourist season.
Okay. Well,
that's a good way to, when we put out stories,
right,
we put them out with the information that we have, and usually people contact us with more information, and that's how we get more information to debunk or to prove the picture.
Exactly.
Looks like people are coming out now.
Right. Now, there's another video that I think Alan put out on his Facebook wall that shows a thing walking near a river. And so there's been more than one sighting in that area.
And that's in the area, too. That's in the San Juan Mountains, that video that Alan put out.
Right. So, what throws me for a loop, guys, is that these guys, the law, will arrest us if we go in to conspire to shoot a Bigfoot. Is that law? I mean, is that doable? Can they do that? Can they do that? Can they arrest me to go into town and to conspire to shoot a Bigfoot? Can they arrest me for that? I don't think so, because at this point in time, Bigfoot does not exist. It has not been proven real. All right.
I don't even own a gun. I'd have to shoot it with the camera.
Or take your truck. All right.
Run it over.
Yeah, run it over. So that's where we stand right now, you guys, on that particular photograph. Again, we didn't ask for any of this. All we did is Danny brought it up on March the 8th, and we were talking about it. And we distinguished that it's a very good chance that this thing is for real. And that's it. Then the Durango Herald took it from there. All right, and we had nothing to do after that. I mean, if all you guys have been watching us for the past years, or actually 2 years now, we came out. Actually, I think we were the first ones to say that if we have the opportunity, we're going to bring one down, and that's a Bigfoot.
I've heard you say that a lot of times.
Exactly.
Especially up in the mountains.
You know, so, and then what's funny is after we said that, then everybody else started saying the same thing, because they just needed someone to come out with, with large cojones and to say that. And we did. And it's all about science. And the reason why I'm going to bring Kathy Strain on tonight at 6 o'clock is because she will tell you exactly the same thing. She is a employee for the government up here in the mountains. And she will tell you straight to your face, we need to shoot a Bigfoot for a body. As simple as that. And we're going to talk to her about that. So, all right, Danny, I'm going to let you go.
You know what?
What?
What a lot of people don't know is in 2010, on July 10th through the 14th, Silverton was supposed to host a $1 million hunt for Bigfoot.
No, I remember that.
Really?
And, it was at the hunt. The hunt headquarters were located at Bigfoot Central in Silverton, Colorado, and the thing was hosted by Rick Lewis. And what it was you had to pay $250 an entry fee, and it was limited to 400 people, and you had 96 hours to run into the mountains and photograph a Bigfoot, and the first picture that was verified would win $1 million. And they found out that it was a big scam, so they had to shut it down right before it started.
Okay.
But it was
okay. Well, then at that point in time, probably the district attorney walked in and shut it all down. But yeah,
I think this is all done for the tourism season that's coming up.
Could be, and I think you're
There are
right.
only about 600 people there.
It's not a very big town, from what I understand.
No, it's not.
Okay, so is again, Silverton is not paying us anything for this, guys. I'm just telling you what they said in the article for you guys. You guys can go and read it yourself. The Durango Herald, and go see what the judicial system says and the law says, basically, that they will arrest me if I go in conspiracy to shoot a Bigfoot. And I just cannot see. I should let them arrest me and sue the crap out of them. I mean, oh my God, would that be major news? I mean, arrest me.
You own the town.
Oh, arrest me. Arrest me. I'm here to kill a Bigfoot. Arrest me.
It just sounds funny.
Man, I mean, that's just, tempting. I'm serious. It's tempting for me next week to take Alan and myself to go in there and to freaking walk in and say, we're here to kill a Bigfoot. Arrest us. I dare you. Right? Danny, you're going too, right?
Let me know how that works out.
You big sissy. All right.
I got no gun.
Oh, you don't need a gun. Just be our backup.
No money.
Whatever. All right, Danny, I'm going to let you go because I know you're tired, and we'll get back to you next week, all right?
See you later,
All right.
Oh, no, wait. There's no show next week. Next week is Easter.
Okay, cool.
Easter Sunday, so no show next week, guys.
Another vacation.
Oh, God. All right, dude. We'll talk to you later.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Okay, see ya.
Bye, Robert.
See you
See you,
later.
Alan.
All right. So there you go. My rant on the article, you know what? That was an awesome, though, article. I just can't believe that they would actually say that. And it's all over the place. The Fox in Denver, Channel 31, the Fox News actually picked up the story and ran with it. And it's actually on their website as well. So, after tonight, I wonder how many other media outlets out there, if you're listening, go read the Durango Herald and see what they said, that they will arrest us for going in to conspire to shoot a Bigfoot. And see how that gets taken in the media. And see how they, it just doesn't make any sense. You can't arrest me for something that doesn't exist. But yet, they're saying they will. So that's telling me they know it exists. I'm just saying. All right. We are going to continue on now with the video. What video are you talking about, Jeff? In 2009, now all those who know of us and know what we've been doing for I don't know how long, the Bigfoot, how I got involved in Bigfoot was a gentleman by the name of David Ragosa. He, in 2007, I actually called him out of the blue. Somebody gave me his number about we had a person in the Fresno, California area who's been looking for Bigfoot for over 20, 25 years. And I went, what? And I wanted to get my feet wet in the Bigfoot area. It's, I was, at that point in time, I was looking for ghosts, and then later on, I became a state section director for MUFON. Then I quit that. Then, the Bigfoot thing came up, and ever since then, it's been nonstop with Bigfoot. I mean, we've been getting so much stuff at David's spot, which is 2 hours east of Fresno, California. I'm not going to tell you where, but he used to take me there all the time, and we still go there. And what he does is just like any other Bigfoot investigator out in America, around the world. What you guys do is you guys go out in the wilderness, you guys go set up cameras, and you guys let them go for 2, 3, 4 months, and you guys come back, you get the SD card out, put them in the computer, and see if you get anything. That's what David's been doing for the past 20 years on his own before he even met me. In 2009, I think we were out camping at the spot, and he left some video cameras. And he got a video on one of them. 9-second video. I've had this video for quite a long time, you guys, and I knew that it was a good video. It wasn't a video that you're gonna say, wow, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. That's not a Bigfoot. You guys are smoking crack, whatever. This particular video is it's up close and personal almost. Okay, when I saw it. And when you look at a video that's up close to the camera, and when I was looking at this particular video, it took a lot of, I saw it in a lot of different ways. I thought,
Definitely.
okay, you have to look at it over and over. Well, then is this its shoulder? Is this the elbow? Is that the face? Is that the tongue? Is that the fingers? Is that a hand? And you're going, oh my God. So, after I was given the video in 2009, 2010, I stopped looking at it, and I put it away, because I said, you know what, one of these days I'm going to have the opportunity of a lifetime to show all you guys out there this video, and then we'll be able to go through the video frame by frame and try to debunk it on the air so you guys can see it and show you guys what we see. Not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be the exact what we're seeing. I mean, you guys can have a different interpretation, but we're going to show you what we see frame by frame and try to debunk it as being a bear or some type of animal. So Robert's going, no, it isn't. Now, I gave Robert the video 3 days ago. What have you been doing to this video?
I've been watching it over and over again, like I do a lot of videos.
Right.
They're worth it.
Yeah. And before I gave you this video, did you believe in Bigfoot? And the percent, what is the percentage? How's that? Because when you were with us, you felt.
Before, like I said, I've been up there looking for him before, and I've never nothing. So
right.
But since I've known you, it's slowly getting a little bit more.
Right.
We've heard him now,
Mm-hmm.
and to me, it looks like we got something that is
now,
equal to Patterson video almost.
Okay. Now it's when we go to the spot where David's place is at, we heard stuff around the campsite. We heard different sounds, and that you really can't distinguish.
We've even got YouTube video where I'm with David and we're up on the mountaintop, and it looked like a Bigfoot. Just you could see a couple prints, and it looked like he's just walking by this tree and just breaks it in half out of boredom while he's walking. Right. Now,
Before you got involved with us, you probably had no idea of what to look for if you were up looking for a Bigfoot, like the length in between each footstep, for example. All that you had no clue, because you had no clue that was,
or that walked in like
in single file,
which I've caught some of that a few times already.
Okay, so when I gave you this video and you went through it over and over and over, man, you were texting me and you were saying, dude, dude, dude. And I'm going, just keep looking at it, because when I want you to come over here, I want you to show me what you see.
Right.
Okay, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to show everybody the video, and we're going to let everybody see the video. Then I'm going to slow it down, and then we're going to give you our 2 cents on what it is. Now, what I'm going to do right now, okay, it's crap. It's 20 minutes till the hour, because I'm going to have Kathy Strain on at 6 o'clock to 6:30. We're gonna try to do this really quick. If for some reason we need more time, obviously you guys remember I told you I'm going to erase this from the archive, so you will not be able to see this. So if people aren't watching us right now on live stream, you're going to be out of luck. And then so after we talk to Kathy, if for some reason we need to come back to it, then we'll come back to the video. We'll show it again, but I will erase it again. All right. So the only way you're going to be able to you'll only be able to. Now, I had the watermark on there, Paranormal Central. So, if you guys put the video camera in front of the screen and take a video of it, so, that's okay. So it's going to happen, all right? But if you guys, if I find out anybody erased the Paranormal Central watermark from that particular video, my lawyer will be contacting you, all right? Just letting you know right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and show the video. Here we go, guys. Oh, actually, I'm gonna pause this. Actually, I'm gonna stop the live stream, and we're gonna go to another. So stop. Hold on, real quick. I'm a blind dude here. All right. So for all those who don't know who Kathy Strain is, if you guys haven't seen Monsters and Mysteries, she is. Well, I'll let her identify herself. She's really well known in the Bigfoot community, and especially by the Native Americans. They trust her big time because she's been working with them for a long time, and she worked for the government, you guys. So let's talk to her right now. The hell is that? Holy smoke, let's try that again. That was weird, guys. I've never had that happen before. All right, try it again. There you go.
A lot better.
Yes.
Hello?
Kathy.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, this is Jeff. How's it going, Kathy?
It's going well. How's it going with you?
Good, good. We are having a great time talking about Bigfoot, and that's why I wanted you to get involved.
Oh, good.
Okay? A lot of people who watch our show definitely know who you are, but the people around the world, and if this is their first time, give everybody a brief description of your title and what you do and who you are and what you've been doing.
Okay, well, I am a professional archaeologist, anthropologist for the last 25 years. I have worked for the U.S. Forest Service most of my life. Currently, I am the forest archaeologist and tribal relations program manager for the Stanislaus National Forest in Sonora, California.
Okay. You also work with the Native Americans.
Yes.
Yes. So everybody knows who you are. I mean, if they have reservations up here where you live, they know who you are, definitely, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I work with all our local tribes.
Awesome. Okay. Bigfoot. You work for the government. You how long have you been interested in Bigfoot?
Probably most of my life. I saw the Legend of Boggy Creek movie when I was young, and it had a heavy influence on me, and so I've always believed that there was something out there, and that's actually why I went into anthropology, was to study Bigfoot.
Wow.
In particular, because of that. Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that part. That is like very cool that you did that. Okay, that's wow. All right, so we have talked before, and I know your side on Bigfoot and what it takes to prove the existence of Bigfoot. Now, you have seen Bigfoot with your own eyes, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and this was in Oklahoma, I'm thinking, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You and your husband and several other people witnessed 2 of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Running at it.
Yes. And So basically, you're on the air right now, and you've done this before, so it's no big deal. But you are basically telling everybody, yes, Bigfoot exists. Now, why were you guys in Oklahoma? Obviously, there was an area of Bigfoot. Is that correct?
Yes, so we were part of the group North American Wood Aid Conservancy, known as NAWAC, and they are a pro-kill organization, or as we like to say, pro-science.
Okay.
Because it's no doubt whatsoever that there has to be a body in order to prove that Bigfoot's real, and that's why we were there. They have an area of operation known as Area X that has a lot of activity, and we went there. We've been there now 6 weeks over the last 3 years with the intent on bringing in a body.
Okay. So all you guys are pretty much packing with a firearm. I mean, in order to get a body, you need to kill one.
Correct.
Right. I mean, you have to. In order to prove the existence, I'm tired of people saying we need to get a good photograph or we need a good video or DNA or hair samples. You know what? The heck with all that. That has been done and tried, and it doesn't work. So if you are a true scientist, scientists will tell you in order to prove something, you have to feel it. You have to get into it and dissect it in order to know if it's real. And if that's the case, then we need a freaking body. You have to be able to. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You have to be able to describe what it is that the species is, and in order to describe it, its vocal cords, its brain capacity, its tongue, and does it have the ability for speech? You have to have a body. I mean, there just is no other way of doing it. And that's all science. I mean, that's why we have taxidermy and all those things, is because once they got a specimen, they preserved it and studied it for a long period of time. That's what science dictates.
Now, there are members of Bigfoot communities out there that disagree with you and I totally. Mm-hmm. And they say how disgusting you guys are to try to go kill a Bigfoot. I even have scientists, and I'm not going to name them right now, but I named one of them at the beginning of the show. She says, she's a scientist, and she says it's disgusting what we're thinking about doing. And she feels that by DNA, blood samples, and the whole 9 yards, then she'll be able to prove the existence of a Bigfoot. That is, like I said, how long have people been trying to do that? A long time, and it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, and we already have, the best video ever taken, or the film, is the PG film.
Right.
That wasn't good enough to prove that he's real, so there's no amount of film that's going to do it. And if you're talking about Melba Ketchum, yeah, she doesn't want Bigfoot to be found because then she wouldn't be making money off of people who send her stuff. She's a complete fraud.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I'm glad they go down on the record as that. She is not a scientist. She does not do anything in a scientific way.
Okay. All right. And that's exactly who I was talking about. Melba Ketchum does not want us to bring in a body. And that, I don't know how many other people does not want that to happen either. But in order to prove the existence, we need a body. So I'm just letting everybody know that Kathy Strain, me, myself, and Alan are on the same page. Robert, are you on the same page?
All depends. I mean, because if I'm with you guys and stuff happens and it's ferocious looking,
and it attacks us, then it's coming down.
Double tap it. But if I'm by myself, like I do by myself, I go out there and I take my guitar and I try to lure it in with my lute. If he comes and sits next to me and has this nice, peaceful face, I'm not going to tell nobody.
Well, to be honest, I don't think you would be able to just by yourself. I really don't think.
I highly recommend nobody attempt to kill a Bigfoot by themselves, because first of all, the weight of the animal, everything you would have to do, even if you just got a body piece, would be very difficult. It's not easy cutting up a body, even using a bone saw. So I don't recommend. If you're out there by yourself, just go with the flow. Don't even attempt to do anything.
Right.
Exactly.
Because, a lot of people think that there's only one Bigfoot out there, Kathy.
And I used to think that.
And that's just laughable, because they don't understand that there are a lot, and I'm going to say thousands of Bigfoots out there, and go ahead.
It's a species. It's not an individual.
Yes, it's a species. There are families. they have babies, they have, there are fathers, there are mothers, there's grandparents, there are kids. So that's what's out there. And if you are by yourself, and if you tend to shoot one or try to bring one down by yourself, I guarantee you that that particular Bigfoot is not going to be alone.
A lot of people have been saying lately they see them in groups of 5s or 4s. Huh?
Exactly, and that's usually families. So when there's one, there's probably more around. And if you think you're going to take one down by yourself, you're going to disappear. Simple as that.
Yeah, it's not wise. I do believe firmly that there's probably rogue males, like teenagers, when they get to a certain hormonal age, that they probably leave the troop that they're in order to find another a mate, and they may be by themselves, but I think 99% of the time, if there's one, there's at least one other in the area.
Okay. Now, when you were in Oklahoma and you saw those two, give everybody a rundown on how you witnessed that particular one, or the two coming at you. Go ahead and describe everybody the story, because that's an awesome story.
Okay, well, I'll give you the shortened version, but earlier in the day, we had some activity, and I believed firmly that there were at least one nearby watching me, but we didn't find any particular evidence of it at the time. And we had gone back to sit around a campfire. We didn't have the campfire going, but it was just the ring. And it was actually, I always say it was, the whole event started at 6 o'clock, but by the time they started running at us, it was past 7. But it was completely daylight. It was May, and that it's, right now it's almost 7 and it's still light. And we heard some rustling, and it sounded like something walking. And we could tell that it was coming from this place we call the Bottleneck. And I would have the best view. I was looking straight down the Bottleneck. And all of a sudden, I see these two black things. I concentrated mainly on the big one because it was huge, and I knew what it was. I mean, the second I saw it, there was no doubt it was a Bigfoot. And it looked like maybe they were trying to get behind a shed or something. I don't really know where they were going, but they were at the edge of this very steep slope that takes you up the mountain. And I stood up and I yelled, "There they are," and I ran at them. And as I was doing that, then they ran up the hillside faster than anything I've ever seen in my entire life. It was stunning.
Just
how
like
fast
that,
they
what
were. It was
Alan
like
says.
they had been on a, unholy how fast they moved. If I had believed in ghosts, I would have said those were just ghosts, because it was just so incredible how fast they went up this hillside. And it's about a 45-degree angle with greenbrier and rocks and everything that's trying to kill you at all times. And then later, they made it up to what we call like a contour, and then went along that contour instead of going all the way up the mountain. And we saw, one of our members had glimpses of it as it was calmly then moving along that contour. So, hindsight's 20/20. I wish I had never said anything until they got to where they were going, and poked Bob and said, "Hey, Bob, go take care of this. There they are for you." But emotions got the best of me, and I guess I was gonna tackle him or something. I don't know.
So you blocked the view or the shots from the other guys then by accident.
Yes, but I'm not a hunter. I'm not trained in that kind of methodology, and calmer people would have handled it differently. But
I mean, I would have ran towards it to see if I got get a good picture, depending on if I had a gun or not. But I think I would have done the same thing, and hopefully that the people in back of me wouldn't have shot. So,
I should have told them shoot anyway. Don't worry about me.
They should have said,
I'm willing to give whatever I need to give. But,
wow,
it's unfortunate.
They should have said, "Kathy, duck." And
then
open fire.
And then I would have done anything.
Yeah. All right. So, what weapon do you carry with you?
Well, I carry a 357 and then a 45-70 rifle. And my husband's got more guns. He's got guns all over his body, on each shoulder. It's kind of tough hiking with him sometimes. So we have some. A 45-70 is the gun of choice for area X, because we think it'll do the job. But we have a 480 and other types of guns that we think would also, at least at close range. We go with so much armament, and everybody there's got so many bullets, so much of anything. We could lay down a siege for days and never run out of anything.
And you know what? You have to. People don't understand. I mean, people out there, Kathy, think that, and you've probably heard this from the Native Americans, and obviously we hear that a lot of these Bigfoots are not friendly. And tell people what the Native Americans have told you, what they know that these things did to the children and the women back in the days.
Oh, the vast majority of tribes, and there are a few outliers that don't believe that. The vast majority believe that they're very dangerous, and they didn't want them around them or their children because they believed firmly that they were cannibals and would steal the children for food or steal the women for mates. And so their rule was basically set aside places for the Bigfoot over there, we're over here, we don't interact with each other. You just let the Bigfoot do whatever he's supposed to be doing, and you just, had certain rules. Like if you hear whistling at night, don't go outside. If you hear a certain kind of howl, leave the area immediately. They had a lot of rules like that I think are still applicable today. I don't know. I know there are people who believe that Bigfoot steals people still today. I don't know that I necessarily ascribe to that, just because I think there's fewer of them and more of us. Who's to know? It's not worth the risk. I mean, I don't think that they're cuddly little forest people, as many people would like to portray them as, but I don't necessarily know that they're evil, blood-sucking, monsters either. They're an animal, plain and simple, an animal. They have to kill you to survive. They will. If you're in their way, I don't think they think anything of it of getting rid of you. Will they hunt you down? I don't know that that's true. I've never felt like I was in danger in area at all from them.
Okay.
So they've had every opportunity to steal me. They've had every opportunity to do me harm, and they have not done it.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah. Well, Robert goes up hiking by himself all the time, and all you take is a bow, right?
Yeah, and big knives.
And a big knife.
Swords.
So, we basically have been trying to tell people here on this show that, if you go hiking or camping, don't go by yourself, because we're not talking about Bigfoot right now, but there's bears, mountain lions, your bobcats, they're looking for food right now, and they'll very much take you out. And like you said, we at this point in time, we don't know if a Bigfoot is going to come at you or not. I've had stories where there's some hunters, hunting deer, and these Bigfoots will start to roar and throw stuff at them because, Bigfoots are meat eaters, and if you're trying to take their food away from them, they're going to get ticked. And I've had that happen a lot. So that's why, the hunters have to be also very careful. When was the last time you went Bigfooting?
Oh, I Bigfoot all the time. I consider any time I'm out in the woods to be Bigfooting, even though I'm doing my job as an archaeologist.
Right.
But the last organized, we came back from Area X in September of 2014, and that's the last organized event that we did. But, like I said, when I'm in the woods, I feel like I'm always Bigfooting because I'm always looking for evidence. And one thing that I'd like to point out is that, I have a large staff that I bring on every summer, and we have a very distinct rule that there's always a party of two. I don't send out any archaeologists at all by themselves. You go as a pair, or you don't go at all. You stay in the office because it is dangerous out there. And it's not just from other animals, it's from other people as well. And so a car accident or a flat tire or any kind of things that can happen to you. So I highly recommend that you do not go hiking by yourself. That is the most dangerous thing any person can put themselves in.
Absolutely. And you live in the Sonora area, correct?
Correct. In the Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada. So, we hear, and I'm sure you hear it too, there's always people going missing up here all the time and never found, Kathy. What's up with that? I mean, it's just that they
I think a lot of it has to do with inexperience in hiking. We recently had a young man in Yosemite who went hiking by himself and told everybody where he was going, but it turned out for whatever reason he chose not to go to the place that he had told everybody he was going.
That's a
He
bad
went
move.
off trail, and he was stuck in a boulder field and apparently fell hard and broke his jaw, couldn't call for help. Luckily, another set of hikers found him a couple days later, but that happens a lot around here. I mean, I encounter people all the time in the woods where they're just completely lost. They thought they were in X and they're really in Y, and you're like, you're nowhere near Yosemite, deep in the heart of Jawbone Ridge, and you have to help them out. But they have. I literally, Bob and I were one time Bigfooting, and we were right on the edge of the wilderness, and here comes two little teeny boppers in flip-flops, bikinis, and a beach ball. They were going to hike. They thought a little distance into the lake in the wilderness. Okay, the hike was a mile long, and it was already like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Those are the kind of people that this stuff happens to. That they're just ill-prepared. They don't take water. They're inappropriately dressed. And they overestimate their abilities. And most Americans have no concept what true wild is.
Right.
They think camping in their car is exotic, and extreme. So I think that's the most of the case of missing people.
Right. Since you've been up, and obviously, you live up there and you are aware of everything that goes on, when was the latest Bigfoot sighting in the Sierras that you're aware of?
Well, we have, fortunately for the Stanislaus National Forest, we were, if you remember in 2013, had a very, very large wildfire named the Rim Fire.
Yes.
And it was, 257,000 acres that burned the vast majority of where Bob and I Bigfoot. And so, unfortunately, I think that drove a lot of animals out of this area. We haven't yet even seen the return of deer or bear or anything into the area because it's still burned. But the last one we had coming from this area came from Strawberry that came, I think we had one late in 2014, I think maybe April, not late, but April of 2014 that's had a sighting on the skirts of the fire.
Okay.
So it'll be a while before this habitat goes back and we get anything coming back.
Do you get any sightings from the Native Americans?
Oh, yeah. We had, several years ago, we had what I would call a rash or an outbreak of just a lot of stuff that was going on, and the tribe was calling me left and right, and it was pretty substantial. This is a great story, but I have one of the tribal elders, when he was younger, had been told a story about a Bigfoot family that lived around the Tuolumne Band of Miwok Rancheria. And he never thought anything of it. And about, I'd say, 6 or 7 years ago, he had been hunting. And he was bringing the deer back, and he was walking this trail, that it's a well-known trail in the area, but back to the rancheria with his deer. And he looked up, and then all of a sudden there was a Bigfoot blocking his trail. And he was like, okay, try not to look him in the eye. And he moves to his left to go around him, and the Bigfoot moves to the left. And he was like, okay. And then he moves to the right, and the Bigfoot blocks his path again. And he said it became very clear that the Bigfoot was not going to let him pass without that deer. And so he finally gave up, and he put the deer down on the ground, said, okay, it's yours. Bigfoot let him pass, and he goes back to see his even older elders and said, my God, this is what happened. And they go, oh, yeah, we forgot to tell you. We are supposed to give the family of Bigfoot a deer every year, and we haven't paid up in like 10 years. And so he was like, thank you for telling me this.
No kidding. That's awesome.
That was a great story.
Wow.
Yeah, I love that story. And he totally tells it sincerely, and it traumatized me. I think he's still mad about it, that Bigfoot got his deer.
Either that or his head.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's an awesome story. So, right on. All right. You know what? You've written a book. Tell everybody about the book.
It's called Giant. My brain just went. Giants, Cannibals, and Monsters: Bigfoot and Native Culture, and it's available through Hancock House Publications. and it is a collection of stories from Native American tribes from Alaska through Canada and all of North America, and it's grouped by what anthropologists consider cultural areas. So you can see the stories unabridged, unedited by me. They're just as they have been told for hundreds of years, and some beautiful photographs of the Native people whose tribe it is that the stories are about. And I think if you read them, they provide some insight about what we currently believe Bigfoot is. I mean, we didn't magically start thinking that Bigfoot whistles at night, or that might be a Bigfoot whistling at night. Native Americans told us that they did that. We didn't think Bigfoot would knock just pull that out of thin air. Native Americans told us they did that. And so there's a lot of knowledge that can be gained by reading their traditional beliefs and what they are, because I think it'll give you an entire insight of what Bigfoot is.
Awesome. Now, there's also pictures in there from the Thule Reservation of the rocks. You are. Were you like the first ones to ever even take photographs and publish them?
No.
Okay.
The hairy man pictographs have long been known. They are the center of the Thule Indian Reservation, but they were photographed actually in the late 1800s by what we call an ethnographer that was sent out by the Smithsonian. I was probably the first one who published stories about Painted Rock, what the Thule Indians' traditional stories were about it, that it was, they've always called it the hairy man pictographs. It's always been known by that name. But the story that went with the painting about that all the animals met there at the cave, they created man, and essentially they drew themselves on that rock as a memory for man to be grateful for, that they were created by these animals. And when man saw hairy man, he was frightened by him and ran away. And hairy man's pictographs that he drew of himself is of him crying because he wishes man wasn't afraid of him.
Ah, very cool.
So there's several stories in there that I'm the only one that they gave those stories to me when I was an archaeologist for them on the ranchery reservation when I was on the Sequoia National Forest many years ago.
Wow, that's awesome. And we were actually honored enough to actually go there as well. So not that many people get to go there. So very cool stuff.
They protect it.
Yes, they do. So, okay, one more time, Harper Publishing, is that correct? Hancock, sorry. All right, Hancock.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you go to Amazon.com, you can find it.
Oh, right on. Okay. All right, Kathy, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking to each other very soon again, all right?
All right.
Thank you, Kathy.
Bye.
Good night.
Okay, see ya. All right, that was Kathy.
That was the lady that was over your house a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and just say it right now. Kathy is going to be episode number 2 for Paranormal Central TV.
Really nice lady.
She was here a couple of weeks ago, and we basically discussed what we discussed right here on TV. So she's actually going to come out and say what she said on TV.
Oh, yeah, she's got way more detail than that,
yeah,
too.
And I'm going to say exactly what I said on TV as well. So we are going to blow some minds, and we're going to probably piss off a lot of people as well. And there you go. So, I got some major, well, I don't want to say major news, but we're going to call Heidi here in a little bit. But all those who don't know, I started this as a hobby in 2003-4 as an investigator, because I am, growing up watching In Search Of, Kolchak the Night Stalker. That's the stuff I used to watch when I was a kid. And then when the X-Files came around in 1995, that just hooked me in. And I said, oh my God, I think I need to get out there and find out what's going on. And that's why I started the investigation, Sanger Paranormal Society. I started this because I started the radio thing here on the internet as a way to show you the evidence that people out there are getting. And there's no way that they could show you guys, the people who are interested in this stuff from all over the world, there's no way they can show every one of you. That's what I want to do here. And that's what I have been doing for the past 7-8 years. Like, for example, this video that we showed you tonight. And we're still going to show you, again, the video again. We're going to, after we talk to Heidi, we're going to go into it again in more detail. You know, right now, we're being broadcast on the Dark Matter Network through the artbell.com website. Wow. Right now, we're the #1 paranormal show on live stream. And we're getting 100.
Awesome.
We're getting 100 people, followers every day on live stream. Nice. YouTube is off the hook as well. All right. And I decided, you know what? Is there any way that I can show what I'm doing here to the regular public that does not get on the internet to look at podcasts and read blogs and websites about paranormal, because they just don't know where to go? You know, your neighbor who probably doesn't tell people but likes UFOs and Bigfoot, and when they're on the sofa late at night and they're scrolling through the channels and all of a sudden they see an Ancient Aliens or a UFO, a Hangar 1 or whatever, boom, they stop and they watch it, even if it's a rerun. Why? Because the stuff is awesome. Yep. This, I mean, we dig this stuff. I don't care how old you are. This stuff rocks. And if people say you're crazy and I can't believe you believe in this stuff, you just tell them, you know what? Go away. This stuff is real. People who are witnessing this stuff, who have credibility, who are lawyers, doctors, military, police, firemen, you know, scientists like Kathy, who believe in this stuff. Why? Because they've seen it. Well, I want to show you guys what's really going on. The opportunity has come forward for us for that to happen. Last year, I decided, you know what? I think what we got here is something special. Let's see if we can move this to TV. So we got together, found some people, we shot a pilot, took it to the Fox network here in Fresno, California, and they liked it so much they aired it on 2 networks, the Fox network and the CW. It was our show. And they didn't even charge me, you guys. The general manager said, I'll play this. And I was expecting them to say, okay, how much? But it didn't go that far. He said, I'll play it. And then he said, you know what? You guys really need to go and shoot some more. So we did. We brought it to him last month. We showed it to him. And he goes to Jeff, and he goes to me, he goes, so how many episodes were you going to give me? And I said, well, I was only going to give you like 4 or 5. He goes, I want 26. And my crew, my production crew was there. Alan was there. I was there. And we went like, what? And the general manager goes, yeah, I want 26 of this. This stuff is good stuff. So we have right now the opportunity for our own TV show right now in California. And hopefully it will take off East National. But what's happening is they are trying this out. They're giving us a shot. They're not going to charge us for airtime, you guys. 26 episodes. From what I understand, it could run $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per hour. So right now, what they're giving us is like $400,000 to $500,000 worth of airtime for free.
Dang.
It's $500,000, guys. But the only problem is that we have to produce it ourselves, and that is not cheap. Okay, so right now, what we just my production crew just put together, and it's live right now on Indiegogo, I believe it's how you pronounce it. Go to my website at paranormalcentral.net, and we have a GoFund thing going on right now because we need help. We want to put this on TV. Right now, we've already shot 5 episodes, and we're going to give them to the Fox Network here in Fresno, probably in a couple weeks, and hopefully we can get some dates going and start. But I'm financing all this by myself, and I can't do it by myself anymore. I have never asked for any money ever while I've been doing this. All this that you see here has come out of my own pocket. All right? I have never asked for a dime from anybody. The money that we get for this is going to go straight to production. It's not going to go to my pocket. I'm going to be so relieved if we can make this happen, because it's a lot of money. It's about, you know, it's going to cost between, you know, $26,000, $35,000, $40,000, even more. And it depends on if we have to go out to shoot on site. It's not cheap. So I'm asking for help, you guys. I'm asking for some donations. If you go to the, I'm going to look up the website here really quick. Let me put my gap. I mean, I believe Alan right now, said that he was going to put it on the homepage right now at paranormalcentral.net. And there are perks, obviously, involved for those people who donate. They're telling me right now that the campaign is live. And hold on here. Let me go to the site. Indiegogo.com. And if you type in Paranormal Central, our actual page will come up at Indiegogo.com. It's INDIEGOGO.com. And there are perks, obviously, how much you donate. I would really appreciate some help because I need help. Okay, I enjoy what I'm doing, and I want to keep doing it. And I think we're on our way. I just can't wait to get this thing on TV. And I think once we get it on TV, you guys, I think the general manager is just waiting for us to fulfill at least 10 episodes or so. And then he's going to take it to the corporate office in Texas because Sinclair Broadcasting owns the CW and the Fox network here in Fresno. And they own a majority of the networks all over the United States. And I think we're hoping that they're going to be able to buy the show and then put me and us and Alan and the gang in a big freaking theater, go live with audience and do this the right way. All right. I have so many ideas that are up here that if I had the funds to do this, I would blow Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon out of the freaking water. Guarantee it, you guys. I promise you that's what's going to happen. But I can't do it by myself anymore, so I need help. So go to Indiegogo.com or go to our website at paranormalcentral.net and click on the page, front page, and help us out. I would really appreciate it, you guys. All right. Start sharing that page on walls on Facebook everywhere, on your wall. Send it to people. Let's get this going because, I need help. Okay, I can't do this by myself anymore. And I'm not begging, but I need help. All right, I'm stressing big time right now, so I need some help. So please, everybody, if you can, help us out. I don't care if it's $5, $10, $20. If 2,000 people donated $20 a piece, that's $40,000. That's nothing, guys, and I would really appreciate that. If you can donate some more, that would be awesome. Obviously, there's some perks in there, but then again, I have never asked a penny out of any one of you guys ever since I've been doing this in 2003. It's been coming out of my own pocket, and right now, I need the help. So I'm hoping that you guys would help me and step it up, and let's do this, okay, guys? All right, let's go ahead and get Heidi on the phone, and let's talk about some UFO stuff and ghost stuff. And then after we talk to her, we will get back into that video again. So let me get a hold of Heidi. Heidi, I would go to contacts. And there she is. And let's call her right now.
Good evening.
Hello, Heidi.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We are going good now since, I don't know, just crazy stuff on the internet today and yesterday and the day before with the whole Bigfoot killing thing, and it's crazy. So I don't know if you heard about what was going on, but it's actually cool, funny, and we're proving that Bigfoot exists according to the Silverton government officials. So yeah, so it
I missed it. Darn it.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'll fill you in later. But anyways, all right. So let's get. You sent me some photographs, and for all those who are at the artbell.com website on the Dark Matter Network, Keith put them up on the homepage. Look for Heidi Hollis Paranormal Central, and we are going to talk about Heidi's. Actually, tell everybody who you are and what you're doing. What do you do?
Oh, my favorite. I love to just run down the list. I like to tell people I'm someone who has been there, seen that, experienced it, freaked out, found some answers, wrote about it, got over it, and now I'm hoping to help other people do the same thing and understand anything weird. So I write about shadow people, Hat Man, Jesus encounters, angel encounters, absolutely anything and everything. So I'm all into it, and I am not one to judge a person to be cuckoo, because if they are cuckoo, then I have lost it a long time ago. There, how's that?
Awesome. So, all right.
But if people want to look at more of my information, go to HeidiHollis.com. And if you want to share your pictures, images, drawings, stories, and have questions, feel free to write me at oddadvicehh@gmail.com. And we will feature it here on the show. So,
That's right.
there.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up your pictures. We're going to go in order as you sent me, and you can go to the artbell.com website, and you can look at them there as well. So right now I'm going to put up number 1. I hope this is correct, because sometimes when you send them to me, they're out of order. So you tell me.
Yeah, I put a number in front of it, so it'll be easier to follow.
So okay,
try.
I got an island. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is it.
Rock and
You
roll.
know, I wanted to focus a little bit on ghosts this evening, just because. I don't know. I just felt like it.
Right on.
This is called the island of Poveglia, which sold last year for 400,000 pounds. This island, and I'll tell you, the businessman who bought it is Luigi Berganaro. He purchased what people claim to probably be the most haunted island in existence.
How much? Wait. How much is 400,000 in American money?
Probably close to double. I don't know.
Oh,
Something like that.
that's pretty cheap for an island.
Right? I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, God, 800,000 for an island? Are you kidding me, man?
I know, and it's off the coast of Italy.
Dude, we could have bought this and then had ghost tours and bed and breakfast. I'm serious.
You think just as I do. I'm like, what?
Wow, my
That's not a bad
God.
deal.
I mean, I'm looking at this right now, dude, and it's like, we can have.
awesome.
Oh my God. Oh, what a loss.
I know, but I think you might have some second thoughts about that when you hear about why this island is so dang haunted.
Okay.
This island served as a mass grave for plague victims.
Oh.
And
Never mind.
anybody, yeah, right. They are thinking up to 160,000 corpses have been dumped.
Oh,
Dang.
Island.
dude. Oh, man.
It's made out of corpses.
Oh, jeez. That changed my
Yeah,
whole.
that kind of
Yep.
kind
Okay.
of changes the whole
Perspective. On,
I don't know.
Yeah.
feel of it, right?
Yes. No wonder it went
So,
to.
for some reason, they think only about, give or take, 10,000 ghosts and spirits live there. I don't know why. I guess, like, the rest of them just moved on. But I don't know. The crazy thing is this guy is planning to invest to, like, $16 million. I'm sorry, 16 million pounds to renovate it and perhaps create a fantastic hotel, which I am thinking is probably going to be the most haunted hotel in the world. I don't know if I'd ever want to go there, but dang, wouldn't that be cool to do like the top-notch, like haunted, like investigation there? I mean, and film it like night and day.
That would be awesome. And you know, when that finally, you know, if he's going to start doing that, I guarantee he's going to run into problems with ghosts. Just you
I
know,
didn't even think about that.
you know, people are probably going to end up dying. The contractors are going to be seeing stuff, and oh, hell no, I'm out of here. And they're not. He's not going to be able to get it done only because of what I think is going to happen.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that element. It's like they think they could invest $16 million into it, but
Right.
man, how are they gonna get people to go there to work? I mean, that's true. That's really
I
a
would do it.
sucky job right there. I just had to show it because I'm like, hold on, 400,000. That sounds
Well,
cheap,
no.
but then it's like, what? Hold on, there's like a bunch of dead people just dumped in there.
No, you're right. When you said that, I freaked out. I mean,
I'd be more scared of catching something than seeing a ghost.
oh my God, the Black Plague. Oh, you know what? I
Yeah,
didn't
don't drink the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what? I would buy it and then I would hire Heidi to go run it.
Oh, gee, thank you. You know, I surely wouldn't like plant anything there to grow and eat because it'd be like eating people.
No kidding.
It'd
Yuck.
probably grow really big and juicy.
No wonder it's so green.
I was gonna say, look at the scenery. It's all green.
Fertilized
It is,
very
right?
well.
And is that a church or something?
Oh man, if it is, it's got to be one haunted hell of a church. Wow.
I just can't imagine. That's just, I don't
crazy.
know.
Yeah.
That's just disturbing. But I'm like, you know, good on this guy, but, you know, he must not believe in ghosts and stuff. I mean, it's not like he could relocate the graves. He's just going to build on everybody. So,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's okay.
I don't know.
He must- he
I don't know.
mu-
I just had to share that because that was just creepy.
Yeah. He must be a non-believer. That's why.
Big time.
He's got to be a non-believer.
Yep.
Big time.
And has
And
money.
have no ethics.
and has money to burn.
Yeah. 16 million pounds. I mean, shoot. I mean, he's going to need that just to fill in all the gaps between all the bones, you know, with cement or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's spooky stuff. All right.
But, all right, on to the next one.
Right on.
I'm sure that you guys have seen this. I think a lot of people have seen this. This is crazy. I didn't hear, like, the whole story about this lady. For the second photo, you see this woman walking along. I also posted the video on Artbell to show people what exactly happens to this lady. I'll describe it, and this is a description for it. It says, this footage shows a South American woman being pushed aggressively by unseen hands. The force was so great that she was forced to visit the hospital. The entire incident was captured by security cameras located inside the building. Was she the victim of some kind of aggressive paranormal activity? God only knows, but this is what she says. I wasn't aware of anybody in front of me as I passed the reception desk talking to a girl, and as I looked towards the receptionist, I suddenly felt two pairs of hands shove me over. I hit the floor, but when I looked up, I couldn't see anybody, and I thought they probably had run off. I remember seeing a film where a ghost kept attacking a woman, and now I'm worried that the ghost might be after me. I have no idea why I was shoved over. Now, the doctors who treated her are not convinced, of course, that a ghost is to blame for her injuries, and said that the blow to her head may have clouded her memory of the events. But, hello, here it is on tape. I mean, and you see this lady, very nonchalant, just kind of walking along, and goes up to this desk and boom! Like she just got cold cocked or something, or did the clothesline on her. It was really, really disturbing. So I suggest for everybody to go see the video. Had you seen this before?
Yes, I have. All right.
I mean, what did you think?
It shows her like an invisible something just hit her.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. And I mean, she didn't have like a chance to respond. It's like her hands flail forward, like, whoa.
Maybe she has Tourette's.
Oh, no, you did.
So,
terrible,
no,
but I mean, for those who have not seen it, I recommend to go see it because it's probably one of the more traumatic. I don't know what you call that, a poltergeist-like activity that was caught on film. So I just thought that was just really, really disturbing.
Huh.
Now this next one. This next one is something else because, hello, my favorite topic. Well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's just the one that I'm most known for, are shadow people. This one is creepy. This is really creepy. I don't know how this got past me because this came out, this was posted May 14th of last year. And what this shows, and I mean, a news, I put a video of a news station that did a story on this too. So this is crazy. So you see on that picture there a shadowy entity. Well, the video is creepy as heck. So go check out the video, and this thing moves around, and it's just bizarre. So this is what the description is for this. It says this news clip shows video footage of a shadow-like figure inside of an Iowa restaurant known as the Cascade Restaurant. Many claim that the footage is a ghost, although the footage might quickly be dismissed as a bug on the lens. It did not look like that to me. A closer look with the video may cause you to wonder. The second video shows dishes flying off of a shelf and hitting an employee. I didn't put that clip in there because it was just like, it didn't really look. It just looked like a shelf kind of collapsed. But this is just this is just so freaking cool. I don't get many people who send me videos or pictures of shadow people that I'm like, man, that's a shadow person. But when I saw this, I'm like, wow, that's a shadow person. So it kind of left an impact with me. Like, I do believe they actually caught one. It's not often at all. I mean, truly, that I get to see them doing their thing. And this thing looks like, when you see the video, it looks like the shadowy entity is kind of trying to limbo under the kitchen sink or something. It's
right.
really weird.
Wow.
It's really weird. So, I don't know. Have you guys seen any really good shadow people videos?
But you know what, though, Heidi? The only problem with that is, how do we know they're real? You know, that's what really... And I do see some on the YouTube and stuff like that, but you don't know if they're real or not. It's hard. And
it's hard to know.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And I've seen some good ones. Like, for example, I think it's a couple where they're at the hotel and the security cameras in the hallway, and they see these, shadow whatever moving. Maybe it's a good possibility that those are real, only because they're from the security cameras at the hotel. But then again, you can easily get that and manipulate them and run them through a computer and go from there. So it's really hard. Not unless one comes to me from somebody that I know, that I can trust, and say, hey, I know for a fact this person did not, manipulate this video in any way, shape, or form. I believe them, and there's something definitely on the screen, like a shadow walking or something. Then I can say, wow, this is for real. But otherwise...
Well, I give a little more, a big chunk of credibility to stuff when the local news channel comes out and investigates it, and that's what took place with this. So it's pretty cool. It was pretty interesting. So do check out the video, because it's fascinating. I give more kudos to those that have a news crew come out, because I'm sure the news crew put it through their filter and goes, oh wow, that's not altered, So
right.
That's my take anyway. That's my stance on it. I'm not an expert when it comes to digitizing such things.
Right on.
So, anyways, this next one is kind of cool.
Awesome.
This is weird. It's very weird. I wish that the footage, the video that goes to this, you see the horses riding along there. You got that
yes,
picture?
I got them up.
Okay, so I wish it was clearer, but obviously this was taken back a few good years. I don't know. I couldn't find when exactly this was videotaped, but this is the caption that is underneath this. It says, this video was taken as a man filmed his wife and daughter during their writing lessons, and it was filmed on VHS, so it's a bit harder to fake than modern-day digital videos, is what I've discovered anyways. But what appears to be a man watching the women practice can be seen in the tape. Now, let me see. I'm going to look at this picture here. Okay. So just ahead of the black horse, you see like this white-haired, like...
It
kind of looks like a wigged judge.
Yes,
yeah.
Like George Washington type of era.
Exactly, that guy. That's what they're focusing on. Okay, so where was I reading? Okay, what appears to be a man watching the women practice can be seen in the tape, although there was nobody else present at the time. On closer examination, the mysterious figure can be seen again, but this time he seems to have turned his back. So, I mean, wow. I mean, it's crazy. It is really crazy, and it looks like a judge to me.
Yeah.
It really looks like a judge. I just thought it was really, really creepy. Creepy as heck.
Creepy and cool. That's what we're all about here.
Yes, exactly. And I want to say that this was taken in the UK, so it's pretty plausible that there was that kind of a ghost hanging around there with his little wig on.
You never know.
So it's just cool and creepy stuff. All right.
Cool.
So this next one.
All right.
We're still keeping on the ghost.
That'd be right there.
I don't know about you guys, but I do happen to like Demi Lovato. I like her sassiness to just do her own thing and not care what other people are thinking. So this photo is really just this gives me the chills. I just don't like looking at this thing. Even when I'm watching like a movie and they show like a ghost or somebody possessed with white eyes, it's like, ugh. And that's what this thing looks like that's standing behind her. So, this is what it says. Well-known singer and actress Demi Lovato is a believer in the paranormal. According to MTV, she also believes that she lives in a haunted house. Lovato has had both paranormal investigators and psychic mediums in her home who have allegedly made contact with the spirit of a young girl named Emily. Emily has been reported as a playful ghost who likes to toy with electronics. This photo was snapped of Lovato with this ghostly face lurking behind her. And this has caused many people to think that the paranormal activity inside of her home just might be following her. And also some people are thinking, because she does try to contact this little girl, has possibly made her a target for this paranormal activity. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind, a girl ghost, a little girl ghost, what do we know that to be usually, Jeff?
What do you mean?
A demon.
Oh, well, I'm looking at a freaking evil something there. I mean, that's a demon right there. That's evil looking.
That is so evil, but it's always like a little child when, and I hear of people saying, oh, yeah, this is a little girl ghost. It's always a little girl ghost. I rarely hear a little boy ghost.
Right.
But, it's just a little girl ghost. Oh, and she's just giggling and playing and, being sweet. And, oh, oops, she scratched me. Oh, it's always like the innocence of a child that these things like to hide as, and it's just so freaking disturbing. And I don't know, I think sometimes when people do try to reach out to make contact with such things, that they do tend to invite horrible things to happen and to show up elsewhere. So I don't know, this looks pretty darn distinctive to me that this is something looking at.
Very cool. Yep. Yep, that looks pretty evil to me. I don't care what you say, but yeah, I wouldn't want to run into that at nighttime when getting up to go to the pee or go to the bathroom or something all the time. I see that. I think I'll pee all over myself.
No.
Right on.
No, that is so crazy right there.
Yeah,
but those are my crazy pictures, Heidi's here. Are you ready for some of these?
Go for it.
All right, okay. So as I mentioned earlier, I invite you guys to feel free to write me. And, share your pictures, your drawings, tell your stories, and if you have questions even, I will read them here on the air, and we will all chew it up and try to spit out some decent advice. So here we go. This says, Dear Heidi, I'm searching the web for stories and likenesses of bedside visitations that my mother and sister have experienced prior to the death of a family member or friend. Have you heard of associations between the shadow people being messengers of death? My family has had experiences of many hauntings that they're going to die. I think perhaps sometimes they're there to try to grab us the soul. So
yeah.
That's my
I believe in good and evil. I mean, without good, there's evil. Without evil, there's good. That's what I feel. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So.
My goodness, but it's I don't know. Sometimes people have written me and they think that these shadow people are their guardians, or or the Reaper or something. And,
right.
and I'm like, sometimes things exist without putting a title to it, and just roll with it. Be like, it's rotten, it stinks, you want it out, it's not paying rent, kick it out. That's why I investigate it.
Right, absolutely. So.
I think sometimes people get into trouble when they do that.
Yeah.
So, but I understand. I mean, so many people, apparently this person has had a lot of people around them who have experienced odd things. And so they want to get to some answers, and I totally get that, because look at me. I wanted some answers, and thank God I did, because I've been very happy and fortunate to be able to help other people find some answers. So, good on you, mate. Just keep on trucking, and I hope that this was helpful. It doesn't quite all fall into one category, all those different people having experienced these rotten things in different ways, because, you have to ask more questions. I mean, honestly, it's like, so this person saw this thing, what was going on at the time? Was there a lot of arguing going on? Were they stoned? Were they drinking? Was there a bad situation going on? Were they stressed? There's so much that goes into it, and I invite you to check out one of my books on them in particular, shadow people. It's called The Secret War, It was the first book written on the topic, and I do my best to try to describe all the different things that can happen in the presence of these rotten, good-for-nothing, low-down, dark shadow beings. There.
Right on. And for those people who need help, they can contact Heidi directly, and she'll give her email here pretty quick. And I have a 24-hour hotline, and that's 559-287-8367, 287-8367, area code 559. You can call me, and we can try to help you out over the phone. And if I can't do it, or Alan can't do it, then we send you to Heidi. But no matter what it is, give us a call, okay? Or email. Go to paranormalcentral.net, and there's a form on there, a contact form. Really simple, your name, your email, and then you go ahead and type up what you need, and it sends right to me directly. And I can go ahead and forward it to whoever has the ability to assist you. So right on, Heidi.
Yes. I don't know if you have time for another one.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. All right, this one says, Dear Heidi, hello, my name is Collie. And my friend has been seeing some strange things, and we've been doing a bit of research. We feel that it might be. I'm sorry, these people don't edit, so I'm just reading it as they've written it to me. Okay, doing a bit of research that might be a shadow alien being. And we have some questions and concerns on why it is here and what it wants. And even if it's what we think it is, do you think you could help us? Please get back to us ASAP. Thank you. Okay, Carly. Well, this is me getting back to you, and I did write an email quick back to this person, just to let them know that they could write me and give me a little more in-depth description on what's going on here. And shadow alien beings. Shadow people, I do connect them to being more related to the aliens than anything. But evil is evil. Demons, whatever you want to categorize it as. I keep them all in one category, but I do lump them closer to being aliens. So for people that are listening, like shadow alien beings, like what the heck is that? Well, they're kind of related, kind of bit. But feel free to write me and at oddadvicehh@gmail.com, and I will get back to you and we'll follow up with that. But I do have another one here, Jeff.
Okay.
What is this one? It says, Dear Heidi, in response to those who have seen the Hat Man, I've had an encounter in a dream that I would like your view on. This was a long time ago, but the dream was so real and so intense that it is cemented in my brain. I was at my home alone when I had the feeling that I wasn't alone. This made me start to panic, and my heart was beating loudly. I began checking windows and doors, and to my horror, as I looked outside of the laundry window, I saw a man in a dark trench coat and a top hat walking up the stairs towards the door. Okay, I got chills. My heart dropped, and the image in my head now gives me shivers. I fled towards the front door on the opposite side of the house, opened it, and hid behind it, in between the door and the wall. Dead silence. Suddenly, the door presses firm against my chest, crushing me against the wall. I wake up covered in sweat and terrified. Ah! That's spooky, Jeff. Holy smokes. When people have these dreams, when they write to me about, having these real dreams that, they don't get categorized in their memory like a dream. It gets categorized in their memory like a real happening, like a learning experience, like something that changed them. Those I don't chalk up to being just a dream. So I get these quite a bit from people who are just like, I have this constant dream, or I've had this one major dream, and it was the guy that you describe, and it's the Hat Man. And for those who do not know who and what the stinking, rotten, low-down, good-for-nothing Hat Man is, the Hat Man is a guy who is quite tall, black suit. Sometimes he wears a gaucho hat. Sometimes he wears a cowboy hat. Sometimes he wears a top hat. He can be seen with a cape or even a trench coat, and his presence alone just sends people's souls into shivers. It's really a disturbing phenomenon that's going on. It's going on around the world, and it's really taking a lot of people by surprise when, you know, they have just a simple dream like this poor person, and it just digs at them. Like, I got to see if other people have dreamt about this guy, and booyah, there he is online, and others have experienced him in the exact same way. And it's like, who is he? What the heck is he up to? Well, friends, neighbors, gather round. He is as lowly and rotten as you can imagine. So, negativity at its core. What he is fully up to? Well, the verdict is out right now. I don't know exactly, but I've got some good ideas, and I did toss it together in my book, The Hat Man, so do check it out. I've been happy to hear back from a lot of people saying it's helped them to check it and check down the list, I guess you could say, of their experiences to know if and where they fall into some of the experiences and what may have attracted him to them. So, my goodness, I'm sorry that you had this horrible dream, but good thing it's just a dream. I mean, he could have come, you know, I've had a lot of people say, I had this dream of this dude walking in the house. I opened my eyes and there he was. So thank God that didn't happen. Just count your lucky stars.
Has there been more reports now than, I don't know, let's say last year or last month?
Yes. Oh, yes. It keeps on increasing. That's a disturbing trend. I mean, gosh, I don't even know how to even say the amount of reports are absolutely astronomical. I mean, I started off in, you know, an interest in the ghost topic, and then aliens, and then the shadow people stuff. And so I used to get all these emails about, you know, ghosts, and then I get all these emails about aliens, and then it became shadow people. The second that this image of him went up on my site, I mean, boom, it's like 90% of my emails are all about this rotten man, and it's terrible.
Right.
It's terrible, and it breaks my heart because he often, you know, makes his mark on people when they're kids. You know, not always, but he really likes to go after children, and that's the sickening part.
Right.
And it stays with them, even if it was just a dream as a kid. It stays with them for a lifetime. So what's that tell you? Not quite a dream.
Yeah.
So again, this person, I'm happy that it only stayed as a dream, and let's just keep them there.
Right, exactly. So right on. Okay, thank you, Heidi. Next Sunday's Easter Sunday, so we will not be here. So
okay.
we will be back the following weekend. Okay.
Sounds good. So it's all about Easter eggs and bunnies. Yay. Oh, and Jesus. Oh, how about that? Jesus.
Exactly. So.
All right.
All right.
You guys take it easy.
Thanks, Heidi. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Sounds good.
Okay. See ya.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Thank you, Heidi.
So what does this hat man she talks about? What is it?
You know what? A lot of people have not necessarily dreams, but sometimes they see a shadow person.
Or it's all dream thing?
No, not really. They'll see, like, for example, I think one of the Poltergeist movies, the second one and third one, there's an old man in there with a hat. This guy with a trench coat and a hat seems to come into people's dreams, and sometimes they'll see him at the corner of their eye, just trying to do bad stuff to you. And she wrote a book on it, and a lot of people have seen the same image. It's not just like one person or two people. It's like people all over the world email her and say, hey, I had a dream of the same exact person that you talk about. And, you know, they would read stories in the book that she, that she put out, and it's all the same thing. It's just one particular guy with a hat, I think a top hat if I'm not mistaken, and he just no good for nothing, and just, I don't know, just bad. It's very bad. So I have never experienced them, thank God, and let's keep it that way. And
me neither.
So let's and there's a lot of people who see this thing or see him or see it, whatever it is, but it's bad, very, very evil and bad. So, all right, let's go ahead and start up again. We're gonna show you the video again, guys. All right, we're gonna continue playing it so that way you guys can see it, because I know what we showed before was not enough time to really get into it. but I am going to stop the video or stop this right now on the video side, and then we're going to start it up again. So hold on, you guys. For a TV show, and the Fox Network here in Central California is trying us out, and they're giving us 26 episodes to put on the air, but we need to finance it our own selves and to produce them. So we have a page, an Indiegogo fundraising campaign, and I need your help. We all need your help so we can get this thing off the road, off the ground, and so we can get picked up nationally. And then when that happens, and obviously they will, fork up the money to do it. But right now, they're trying us out, and it's not cheap to produce 26 shows, especially if we have to go to live area, to locations and film live. That also, costs money as well. So there is a page on the Indiegogo. Just go type in Paranormal Central, and it will come up. You can go to the like page at Paranormal Central on Facebook. Paranormal Central, there's the like page we have. Go like it, and Danny Valdrama posted the Indiegogo link there as well. Eventually, Alan will have it on our website, so you can go there and click on it. Anything that you can offer would be appreciated. There are perks on there, and hopefully we can make this happen within the next 30 days. Because right now the Fox Network is asking for the episodes, and we have 5 right now in the can, and but the rest obviously is going to cost money. And those first 5 that came out of my pocket, the money came out of my pocket, just like all this you see here. So we need your help. So any amount is appreciative. Robert, so Bigfoot. Let's talk about Bigfoot. So at this point in time, you're still on the fence.
After this video and after what we heard and after being with David and seeing those footprints we're seeing that gentleman's lemon orchard.
Right.
And, evidence to me is building up, but yeah, I'm with you. We're going to have to...
We need a body.
We're going to bag one.
I believe in the existence of a Bigfoot. You cannot deny what people are witnessing out there. Not every single one of these people are hallucinating.
And we get some crazy stories.
Okay, they're not. I don't care, and again, when I've said this before, the credibility on these people, excuse me, and they're just not regular people, you guys. We're talking people like lawyers and doctors and police officers.
Definitely.
You can't, and they don't want to tell their story.
Millionaires.
But, they're pulling us aside and they're telling us what they saw. So you cannot deny these guys. You can't say that these guys are out of their mind and they're hallucinating, because there are thousands of people who are witnessing not only Bigfoot but UFOs. and ghosts and spirits. I just, that's why I'm doing this, because I want to bring you videos like this and show them to you. There are people out there who have, I know, the best stuff that they have. It's just tucked away in their little drawer or their somewhere that they need to tell. So, all right. So hey, while we got about 20 minutes left, if 25, if anybody wants to call in and if they have a story, if they have a question, we have a 24-hour hotline. You can call in right now. Area code 559-287-8367. 287-8367. The prefix is 559. Don't be shy. Call. But I'm going to go ahead and continue on and continue about talking about stuff.
I just caught something else when you pulled up that gorilla with the green up at the third, that one right there. Okay, pull that one.
Okay.
See how the black right here goes right there? Yeah.
Oh, right there.
And that matches what you think is the shoulder.
Oh shit!
I just saw that. That matches what you think is the shoulder. Where it's coming around, doesn't it? It's just
what
it.
is that?
It's just his muscle right here. It's just muscle. It just protrudes from it, so it makes.
Holy smokes! I did not see that. You guys see that? This part right here. This is what I thought was the tongue.
No. I'm not. That's totally not what I'm talking about.
No, that's what I see.
What I'm seeing is.
No, what I see, what I thought was the tongue.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that part right there?
It could be, but yeah, it could be that.
And then the rough. See how this line goes up? It's just the flexing.
Maybe.
Oh, let's go back. You want to go back to it? No,
What
I don't want to go back
what
to
I'm
it.
saying
I
is
can't go
that
back to it.
crease that you had pointed at right there,
This one right here?
that matches what you think is in between the cheek and his shoulder.
God. I wish there was a better video of it, but I see what you're saying. And that's why we keep going out there, guys. It's just that, you know, it's just one of these days we're gonna get lucky, and check it out. So, all right. Coming up in, you know, there's been a lot of rumors going around right now about the end days. And I wish Alan was in here to talk about that stuff too. But I got a call from Monty Torres, who is the lead anchor at the Fox Network here in Fresno, California, on the news. And he says, you need to call these people because have you ever heard of the Torah codes? And I said, yeah. And so I called and I talked to a rep, and you know, they sent me the actual video from Mike Shaw and Ale Marzulli, and I don't know if I should say anything because I know other people are gonna go. So, anyways, but so yeah, next. Well, I have to because you're not gonna know who's on the 19th, the week after Easter. I am going to have Mike Shaw on the phone, possibly Ale Marzulli as well, and we're going to talk about the Torah codes. And that's going to be the week after Easter. I'm going to have Mike Shaw and possibly Ale Marzulli as well on the phone, and we're going to talk the Torah codes and possibly what's coming up here pretty soon. And then eventually they're going to come down and we're going to shoot an episode for them on TV. They're going to come to Fresno, California. That's also been confirmed. Not a date yet, not been set, but they've also already confirmed that they are going to be coming down to do an episode for TV. So I can't wait. We are getting very interesting, cool people on the internet show here and on for the TV show. Like I said, we already shot 5 episodes of TV, and each one of them is pretty dang good. You know, the production crew. Stellar Lens Production is doing a really good job at editing and all that kind of good stuff. And I think we got something really special going on here. And eventually I'm going to have some killer guests that I really won't be able to say anything until they come out on TV. It's just going to be, they're going to be that good. I got people who are wanting to be on the show big time. And it's awesome. I'm flattered like you wouldn't believe flattered that they like what we're doing here, and they really believe what we're doing. What the heck is that?
I know. Somebody coughing.
Know what it is?
It sounds like it to me in your backyard.
All right. Okay. So anyways, so yeah, we have some cool stuff happening here in the near future, and I can't wait. But we need your help. So please donate to the Indiegogo fundraising campaign. And if you go to the Indiegogo website at look and just type in Paranormal Central, and we should come up. I would really appreciate your assistance on that. You know, I had some other photographs that I wanted to show you. I didn't think I was going to have enough time.
You know, I think would be neat guess is those people that were trapped on that boat when they cut those Bigfoot sounds, yelling at them, because they're exactly like ours. Exactly, but theirs were a lot closer.
Yeah, it's hard to say. They were in that in that valley where they're and I haven't called them. I mean, I know who they are now. If for them to come all the way down here, I don't know if they're going to want to.
Or a talk one.
Huh?
Like a phone.
We could do a phone conversation. Yeah, we can do that. I think I had them on once before, many years ago. I think I did. I just don't remember because I've been doing this for 7 years. I just don't remember who I have on the show anymore. And a lot of the first episodes were really awesome episodes that are gone, you know, or either they're in the archived in the on the hard drive, and I just, you know, I don't know where they're at. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get them. I'm gonna call them and see if they can come down here and do an episode for TV, because it's just wow.
Yeah,
it's wow. I mean, you can say, oh, it's a dog or it's a bear, but no,
that's exactly what we heard.
What we heard, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So I hear some voices, but anyways, okay. God, what else was going on? So you know what? I should show you the video of you. You're on Facebook, but No, it's okay. I'll have to bring it up next time. It's hard. I might lose everybody, and that would suck big time on here.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and I don't want that to happen. So let me get out of there. So all right, you know what? I just got an alert. Marla, I believe she actually places stuff on my website, Facebook wall when it comes to earthquakes. And we just had a 7.5. That is huge, guys. Let me give you the exact location.
Here in Cali?
No, God, no. We would be shaking big time. This was in the Papua New Guinea, and that happens a lot over there. But right now, I believe the reason why we're having a lot of earthquakes, we just had one in Kalinga a couple days ago. 4.1 was the highest one on the Richter scale. This is the 7.5 at the Papua New Guinea. The place is called, it's southeast of Kokopo. So you can go to earthquake apps or earthquake sites, and 7.5 is pretty damn big. There's going to be a lot of damage there. Don't know if there's going to be a lot of death, but 7.5 is huge. Very, very large. So
that was the biggest one I've ever been in. Was in 7-something down in Yucca Valley. Took the whole. Kmart was about to open up, and this earthquake hit, and the whole roof came down on the Kmart, and there was nobody in the store.
Really?
Yeah.
Yucca Valley, it's the desert. That's
29 Palms.
Okay. What are you doing over there?
I used to go out there just hiking around in the desert, just pick a direction and go.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
God, you're crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And that's when it hit when you were out there?
No, I was asleep. I slept right through it, but the lady I was with at the time, wake up.
Oh my God, that's scary, and I can't believe you slept through it though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I was partying with a bunch of Marines. There's a bunch of Marines out there.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Out there.
They get all crazy.
So, all right. I'm looking on Facebook, and we're getting a lot of slack from the Bigfoot community on shooting a Bigfoot, and I was expecting that. That's just.
Yeah, they're gonna be jealous when we yank one in before them.
Well, you know what? People are no kill, and they've always been that way, a no kill, situation. In order to, if you guys want to protect the species, all right, then the scientists have got to get one.
They gotta make sure it's real.
Or make it real, but yeah, they can put a protective thing on it, and then from then on, no one can ever go and kill one. And if they do kill one, then obviously there's going to be a penalty to pay for that. But right now, in order to put something on the book, you got to prove to the people who put these laws on the book that they exist. And then you need a body. If you walk in and bring them a photograph and say, can you please make Bigfoot an endangered species, they're going to laugh at you and kick you out of the door. All right? You need a body. It's as simple as that. Don't you guys want to know where these things come from? Why? I mean, I know that our government is aware of these things.
I think
no
so
question.
too.
No question.
100%.
No question. But why are they keeping them secret? There's got to be a reason why they are keeping these things secret.
And it's not because they don't want you to go hunt them, because there's already people doing it all the time.
Yeah, there's got to be a major reason why the government is keeping the existence of Bigfoot secret.
Probably because it'll change people's faith.
Some people think it may be the missing link. I've said this before. Monsters are not supposed to be real. To this day, this is what this is: a monster. All right, that's what I'm thinking it is. It's a freaking monster. But why is the government keeping it secret? I'm going to throw some theories out at you right now. The first one, and the author does not like to talk about it, and even Kathy Strange says obviously she doesn't have proof, but we get a lot of people who go missing. A lot of people who go missing up in the mountains. And it's usually in the areas where Bigfoot are being sighted. All right? And is that a coincidence? Well, I don't know. But you have to go back and listen to the Native Americans and see what they have to say on their ancestors and what they've witnessed in the past, and their ancestors have witnessed in the past about these Bigfoots not being very friendly. And what if we finally figured out that the Bigfoots are taking these people, and let's just say they're just killing them, all the people that are going missing? All right. I mean, you can go and read David Paulides' book. He has 4 of them, especially the ones out here in Yosemite. I mean, there's one story that we had that we talked about, and I don't remember the names, but there's a trail, a very popular trail, where there was a group of church-going kids and people coming from LA in buses, and they were walking up this trail, and everybody was looking at each other. But this guy, I believe he was like almost at the end or right in the middle, and he disappeared from the trail. Poof! People are going, well, where's, and I'm just going to say John. Where'd John go? He was just here. Where did he go? Right? And he didn't get back. I mean, he was on the same trail as all of them were.
Right with them?
Right with them. And then just poof, gone. Probably in the late 20s, early 30s. Where did he go? They waited for him, but he did not return. Search party, they're looking for him, never found the guy.
Whoa. Just
Just like that. I mean, how in the heck can somebody disappear on a trail with everybody else? Is it if let's take an example, a bear was waiting behind a tree and snagged the person, I think people would have heard the commotion or heard the guy yell
or something.
All right, not a peep out of this guy. All right, that's the stuff that's going on up in the mountains, especially Yosemite. I had a author who's now a retired forestry person, and she wrote a book about the haunted places in Yosemite and around and all that kind of stuff. But she wrote a quote on the back of the book, and it said, and I almost remembered this by heart, and it goes, "In the morning when I arrived to open up the gates to Yosemite, I and I watched the people walk in. I wondered to myself which ones are not going to be walking out."
Oh man.
She wrote that in her book.
Wow.
So, and this is about Yosemite. So you have to take that into consideration and say, well, wait a minute. She's a retired forestry person now. She wrote a book, and she actually says this. It's like she must know something. Well, actually, she never said. When I had her on the air, she said, and I think remember, and you have to remember, this is like 4 years ago. Accidents. There's a lot of accidents that happen, and that's what she was referring to. But she made the quote, "I wonder which ones are not going to leave." And that's what's been happening a lot up in the Sierras. I remember 4 years ago, it was nonstop on the summer. Missing hiker, missing camper, missing hiker. It was nonstop, dude.
I remember.
And then they would find maybe 1 or 2, but on the other ones, you would never hear a single word ever again. Gone. Just gone, just like that. Disappeared. So who's taking these people? Why are they going missing? You have people who are, like, for example, when Alan was reading the first book, he ran into a name on there, and he goes, "I know this dude." It so happened that it was a friend of his back when he was in the reserve military, something that Alan was in, and his buddy who was in the 144th Fighter Wing here in Fresno, big guy, some guy that who you can take care of himself. This guy was a pilot, and Alan would fly with him over Fresno and stuff. Well, his buddy went up to go fishing and never came back home. And a guy of that magnitude, that guy's size, they found his car, they found everything, but did not find him ever. And as a matter of fact, they sent out search parties from the 144th Fighter Wing in Fresno. The military personnel sent out massive search parties, and they never found a hint of him.
Wow.
Gone. All right. My friend at the Little League Baseball where my son plays, the ex-president of the league, his name is Tony Castillo, Sr., and I was out there putting up some cameras with them, and I told them what I was doing and about missing people, and he looked at me and he goes, we actually had a friend of ours because he's a carpentry, and he says one of our buddies went up hunting or fishing and never came back, and just disappeared. And it so happens that I think I looked in the book, and his name is in the book too.
Oh.
So, and that's constant. And you know what? And we're finding dead bodies all over the place. I remember there was one found at Shaw and Zedeker.
Oh, way out there.
Way out there, they found a dead body there. And I remember listening to that in the morning, because when my wife and I are getting ready to go to work and school and all that, I remember hearing that on the news, and I'm going, holy crap! Where did this Bigfoot sightings occur? Ashland and Zedeker. That's like freaking, but that's it. They never said anything about the body, the identity of the body. They just found a body. Like, whoa! All right, so. Our government knows something. They know these Bigfoots exist, and I believe they're keeping it secret because it will change the way we think. I'm thinking that the Bigfoots are taking and killing these people, and if it came out known that our government knew about this for years and years and years, the people who lost their loved ones would say, why did you ever say something? I would have never allowed my children to go play by themselves, or I would never allowed my son to go hiking with his friends if I would have known there were Bigfoots out there taking people. You imagine the people who lost their loved ones, what they would do? They would probably, file lawsuits for one thing. Obviously, they can't prove that their Bigfoot took their loved ones, but I would, if I lost my son.
There's such a danger out there.
Yeah, it's such a danger. How come you never warned us? Why didn't you ever warn us? Or let's say they know that these Bigfoot creatures are the missing link, and people who are very religious are going to freak, because if you go and if you say Bigfoots are real, then what about UFOs? What about aliens?
Exactly.
Then what about those? Are you guys keeping that stuff secret too?
I think the government hides it all.
Oh, absolutely. They're keeping all that in top right hand corner, I think. Is that where that?
Are you looking for this?
Look at just Skype. Make sure you pull up Skype that way, because okay.
Yeah.
So if the government came out and said that UFOs are real, that aliens are real, well, obviously the whole religion thing is out the door, for one thing.
Well, a lot of people that see, they think that aliens are demons.
Yeah, there's a lot of people think that. Alan thinks that they are demons.
Yeah, exactly.
People. Matter of fact, we were watching. I don't want to say I watch a lot of TV, and I don't. But there are certain movies that when we watch, and especially Shell and I will look and we'll go, whoa, what did they just say? And there are bits and pieces in movies that I think they're trying to give you signs, and I've talked about this before, that they're like, there's a lot of, like, for example, The Fifth Element was on TV today, and I watched it again, because every time that movie comes on, it's a damn ass good movie. I will watch it. All right, there are signs in there that I think that are
like a prep movie.
Yeah, conditioning us, because the I don't want to say aliens, but the robots who come down to get the stones, and the Fifth Element. The priest, the Catholic priest, and I'm having it out with Cheryl because she doesn't think it's Catholic, but I think it's the Catholic priest that they call these robots my Lord. It's like, okay, now what are they trying to say? Is that where our existence comes from? I mean, did they put us here? And not only that, but the planet, the black planet that's coming towards Earth, couldn't that be Planet X maybe? And in back, it's whatever it is evil. I mean, there's stuff in there that they throw at you. And there are just a lot more movies. I can't think right now what they are, but just take all that into consideration, that I think what you are watching on TV and in movies, that I think is a lot of it is conditioning us. Example, I had a friend at work that we were doing a job and we were in a building, and he heard me talking about Bigfoot, and he started talking to me about Bigfoot, and all of a sudden about UFOs, that he believes in UFOs, and about galaxies and planets, and he mentioned when the Hubble telescope took a photograph 11 days of an inch square out in space, and all of a sudden you see all these galaxies out there. What makes you think we're alone? I mean, there are just billions and billions and billions of galaxies, and inside those galaxies there are billions of planets. So what makes you think we're alone, guys? We're not. And just absolutely, at the very end of Men in Black, you remember what the aliens are playing with marbles? And each marble is a galaxy, and they throw, an Orion's belt, the cat, again, these are hints, and I'm catching them. Are you guys catching them? The galaxy that's around Orion's, the cat's belt, that's a freaking galaxy. Who says, we don't know who, it's just, it's mind boggling. When I first heard about, the telescope capturing, an inch out in space and taking a photograph, they opened the armature and let it go, and they got all these galaxies. I cannot comprehend just an inch in space.
That's just it. The human mind can't
I can't comprehend that.
The vastness of it.
Yeah. And that was just mind-boggling to think about that. And that was only an inch space. Now, what about if you turned that telescope out here and photographed an inch of this way? Then obviously you would get more billions of galaxies out that way. You follow me?
They say they're born in certain spots, like right here. They're spitting them out right here. And
it's
over
like
here.
that's just my brain hurts when I think about that.
Yeah,
my brain hurts, man. My brain, it just
incomprehensible.
My brain hurts. So, there are so many questions that I have that I know I will never, the only way I will be able to answer them is when I die. That's the only way I think I'm going to be able. And you guys all know that, I was I was raised Catholic, and I still believe in God. I'm a God-fearing man. I don't think, we walked out of the ocean and turned into feet, and I just don't. I think we were put here for a reason. Because I just can't see. Now,
like that one song, we're pets. We make great pets. Who was that?
We make great pets. Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
And so that's where I lie with this. I mean, I believe in a higher power, but yet I believe in monsters and aliens as well. So go figure. I have a lot of relatives who don't watch me because they think I'm evil because I believe in Bigfoot and UFOs and aliens. I wish they would watch my show just one time.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So that's it. We're done. Wow.
Hey, Phil Builder Island.
So anyways, wow. I am sorry, but I went over. I didn't hear. We missed it totally. All right, there you go. Sorry, Keith. I was getting into it. All right, that's it for us, you guys. No show next week. No show next week. We're going to have Easter with our family, so we'll be back the following week. Okay, you guys? For Jeffrey and Robert and Alan, who's sick at home, and Danny Valderrama and Heidi, we thank you for showing up. Please donate. Indiegogo,
You've
Paranormal
been
Central.
listening
Bye.
to Paranormal Central with Jeffrey Gonzalez and Alan Thomas, broadcasting worldwide at paranormalcentral.net and on artbell.com. Stay tuned for next time. Remember to keep your eyes to the skies. And we hope you witness something you cannot explain.
Looking for you.